Hey, all week long, we're looking at blessing blockers, the things that keep us from receiving a sense of God's favor and pleasure and approval. When we have that, when we have a sense from God that those things are all for us, it actually accentuates our ability to live out our intended purpose. Also, whenever we have that from a parent, the blessing of our mothers and fathers, it accentuates our ability to live out our intended purpose. It makes us more secure, more confident, more self assured because we have their blessing behind us. When we don't, something has blocked that blessing. In our story, Genesis chapter 27, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Esau all have their unique brand of blessing blocking. For Isaac, the block was through partiality, favoritism, prejudice for his older son, and taking away what his younger son, by God's oracle, was supposed to have. God had declared to Rebekah that the younger would rule the older, that he would be the nation that God would have his stamp of approval on. And Isaac wants to do his own thing. He wants what he wants, and he's going to rely on his own partiality to make it happen. Today, we're going to look at what Rebekah did. Rebekah, it wasn't her prejudice, it was her plotting. Rebekah plots. The Message Bible says, eavesdrops in on the conversation. Then she calls Jacob to her side and tells him, Jacob, get me a couple of lambs from the flock. I'm going to prepare a tasty meal, appetite, just the way your father likes it, and you're going to take it to him, and he's going to give you the blessing instead of give it to Esau. Rebekah wanted the right thing, but went about it the wrong way. She wanted the right thing for Jacob to get the blessing, the inheritance, the birthright, but she went about it the wrong way. It's when we tell ourselves, oh, the end justifies the means. It's when the person on Match.com lies about who they are so they can get a date with who they want, because the end justifies the means. It's when at work we want a promotion, so we take credit for something we didn't do so we can get the promotion the other person deserves. And we say, I need this promotion. It's when we tell ourselves that the end justifies the means. You see, Rebekah did several things wrong. She deceives her husband for what she wanted. She manipulates a younger person. And she too acts in secrecy. When you and I allow secrecy and deception to cloud our judgment, to distort our motivation, to contaminate our appetites, we end up craving maybe the right thing, but for the wrong reason or in the wrong way. And when we follow that path, it doesn't produce blessing. It blocks blessing. You might say, but doesn't Jacob become the intended heir of the promise? He does. But think about Rebekah. Rebekah loses relationship with both sons. She sends Jacob away and promises to bring him back, but she will never see Jacob again. Her favored child is out of her life. There wasn't text, there wasn't email, there wasn't snail mail. Jacob was lost to Rebekah. When you and I choose to take the path of what we want, when we want it, instead of trust God for when he wants it, even when it's the right thing, we block blessing. Today, I just want to encourage you to simply ask yourself, is there anything that I'm doing that's deceptive or underhanded or in secrecy? Even if it's for a good outcome, but it's going about it the wrong way. Would you ask God to purify your heart today? Lord Jesus, we thank you that God's light penetrates the human spirit and exposes every hidden motive. And God, we invite you to let your light shine in our lives, that you might purify our hearts, that we would serve you with an increased level of purity, integrity, and honesty. We love you, Lord, and we love what you're doing in us. Even, Lord, when you point out the things that we have to relinquish, let go of, and surrender to become more like you. I'll see you tomorrow.